Doo-doo.
Well, good evening. I'm Scott Seekins, the icon in black and white, and I'm so pleased to meet Misha.
Thank you.
Do you know who I am?
A lot of people tell me you're my dad.
Oh, that hurt. I was thinking more like a brother or uncle or something.
Yeah.
But you look so much like me. You must be from Eastern Europe.
Yep, exactly.
Do you know your parents?
Not more than they know me.
That sounds like my situation. Are you from the Balkans?
Yep, from the land of the clean your room.
Romania?
Yeah. No, I'm
You don't know?
I'm by Chernobyl.
Okay, Kiev. Kiev. Well, I'm from 23%, I just found out, Russian, and then half Syrian. And I really don't like to follow into that identity politic of where you're from. I rather believe in the individual, but you look a lot like me, so we could be related even.
Yeah. Somebody check the 23andMe while we're live.
Just so you don't start wearing black and white, or black in the winter and white in the summer.
Yeah.
Don't rip me off.
Yeah, I mean, you wear white in the winter and
No,
white in the summer and black in the winter. And so, do you wear gray on a leap year?
No, I wait. See, I'm still in black because it's been a little cold, but I was hoping to change before this. But since it's been kind of weird weather, I'm going to wait probably till Art-A-Whirl, because I have some art in Art-A-Whirl. Are you involved? Ever go over to that? Or?
Yeah, I feel like, the one thing that we have in common is people think that we're everywhere at once.
Okay,
right?
Yeah, they do that with me, yes. Well, I started my black and white career right in St. Paul because I lived near here, and I was going to MCAD back and forth, and I saw these two shops that were in St. Paul, and they were so weird and unique. I was looking for something, just like you look for clothes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to wear what everyone else wears. That's because we're from the same blood, I think. We're gypsies.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mr. Geeson's and also the other one was on Wabasha, and Mr. Goodman's and Mr. Geeson's. And in both of them, I went in, and the first one, they kicked me out, but they decided, like, who is this? And I wondered what they were, but I thought, why would they throw somebody out coming in to this shop, Mr. Goodman? But when I came back the next time, he was all over me and loved me. And he said, "You're studying in college?" And I said, "Yes." And he goes, "You're studying to be a rabbi?" And I said, "Of course." I was really going to art school. And so he gave me tremendous bargains, and I picked out the first black and white suits, which I felt was me. And how about you? How did you start wearing unique clothes? I like that shirt. I kind of want it, actually.
Thank you. Yeah, if you want to switch.
Well, you have pretty hot pants, but look at these.
Yeah, I just got sunburn from your sparkles. So.
Oh, I thought you might be sunburned from outdoor activity.
Yeah. Usually, I've never been sunburned in my life, actually. So that's a genetic mutation.
Well, but this is the land of 10,000 lakes. Don't you go out into the wilderness?
Yeah, one would think, and I feel like when I'm around people, I'm kind of out in the wild.
Okay.
It's teetering between natural and unnatural habitat. But to answer your question, I mean, I had this joke when I stepped into my clothing identity. I had this joke that was like, I drove up from the Minnesota Zoo gift shop, and boy, are my arms tigered. And I was wearing a tiger shirt, and I was like, well, I have to get the full outfit, right, for the joke. work, and then people were like super fanatic about it. They're like, oh, this is a great look. Like, you know, everybody wanted pictures, and that's kind of when I started realizing, oh, the clothes you wear really change who you are. And then people would just see me on the street and be like, oh, I know I've heard of you. You're the Tiger Suit guy. Oh, you're the Free Hugs guy. Oh, hey, you should come to our party. And people would just start including me in things with, you know, complete strangers, and not even close strangers. You know what I mean? So.
Tell me about it. It's a story of my life. Same thing. But I stay here for the fishing. This is me on the McCutchan in Wisconsin fishing. I like to go out in the wild in the white and black suit just to terrorize jocks. And do you do art too?
Yeah, none of it terrorized jocks, man. I wish I was that good. I think.
Maybe we should take you to the Wisconsin bars and see what happens.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, let's colonize Mars. I think we should start with Wisconsin first, because Mars is a little bit more inhabitable.
Actually, I was born in La Crosse, so, and then I was abandoned right away by the Black River, and then I was put in a foster home and then adopted. So I never did find out who the real parents were.
Oh, interesting.
But you never found out either, right?
Well, I was hoping it was, you know, either you or Sacha Baron Cohen or Jeff Goldblum, you know. I don't want anybody's money. I just want your talent.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I never have done anything but art and fishing and being an icon, you know.
So, like, the number one thing strangers tell you is, how do you not remember me?
Right, and I forget them all, and I just say, you know what you do then when they come up and say that, they say, don't you remember me? You remember, don't you? And I say, oh yeah, you know what? I was going to invite you to something, but I lost your card. And so then they reach in and get out their card, and as you pull it in, you go, oh, Bob, yes, of course.
Of course, Chris Lindahl. I'm so sorry. I never bought a house.
Right. Well, I never will either because I can't afford it.
Yeah, I'm 90% certain I'm famous discount.
So you'll walk around Art World?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And man, if there's only jocks to terrorize, man.
Well, they're at the 331. They're waiting for you.
They're waiting. Yeah, I think you know, it's interesting that I kind of like you know, a lot of people take pictures of themselves and go like, hey, this is a picture of me fishing, but you're like, I painted this of me fishing, you know. It's just like very next level. Like, you create your own image, and I think that's more powerful than taking selfies. Is building your identity, and you know, and you're totally on the fringe because a lot of artists, you know, just set up in a space, right? And then, you know, hope people visit and come in, but you're out in the wild, like you're out on, you know,
a white suit. And one time I was in the middle of this muddy river, and I was in the white suit, and it was getting totally soiled. And I thought, why am I doing this? Why don't I just have some jeans for this? And just then, at that moment, at that very moment, up on the bridge were a couple, and they yelled out from 2 blocks away. They were standing looking out of the river, and they said, oh, you're the one where it's white in the summer and black in the winter. I went, right.
We own a dry cleaning company.
Yeah.
Stop on by. We'll do the first rounds on us.
Well, anyway, if you come by Art World at the Solar Building, I'll have some stuff up there and inside, there by an Indeed Brewery upstairs, and there'll be lots of other places going, and that's kind of a thing that's just coming back now because of the COVID, but people want to get back into the real. I went to the CC Club last night and it was packed. So it's a good feeling in a way. I had my 2 shots a month ago, so I feel semi-safe, I hope. And, you know, it's been a dark chapter the last year and a half, but maybe it's coming out into a brighter spot.
Yeah. I think, this is the beginning of kind of a Minnesota renaissance. And in the 20s, there was a renaissance after, the Dust Bowl and all this, terrible stuff. And I think Minnesota is going to have that, where the whole nation's going to be looking at us, and, it's up to us to create something that's so spectacular that it creates a magnitude field.
Right.
And
right.
What's the longest somebody's traveled to come see you?
Oh, they come from all over. They hear about me. The best. I'm trying to think of a good story. I went to Los Angeles once, and I went to this big party. It took 3 hours for me and the host to get from one side of LA to the other to get to this party. And when I got there, 4 people came up and they said, "Oh, you're the one, black and white from the Loring Bar." Now the Loring Bar is gone, and now it's Lurkot. But it was a famous bar that unfortunately is history, along with a lot of other cool spots. And most people, like your age, don't remember these unique places, but they were special. And that's how they remembered me in Los Angeles. They said, "Oh, you're the one."
Yeah. That's
So they will say that to you if you can continue the look. and don't conform. Don't conform, okay?
It's so hard. It's so hard to get a job without doing that.
There's no jobs for you. There'll be no jobs.
People are like, "Sorry, man, I can't sign your 3-year contract, and I can't take you serious in giraffe, psychedelic, mood ring shoe print."
The first time I went out looking for jobs, I went to 100 places. And each time it was rejection. And they would say, this is a Minnesota thing, they would say, we'll call you up later. We'll call you and let you know. And then they never called. And then some places, it was really bad. They just went, doors that way, doors that way. So 100. I went to 100 job applications and didn't get a single one.
Wow. And so did that make you realize, you know what, I am on the right path?
Well, I wasn't thinking about changing. No, yeah, you felt that. You were more defiant.
Maybe
actually.
It's God's way of saying what you're doing is right and everything else is wrong.
Right. In fact, some of the people that went like this, later they came to art shows and they go, "Oh, you're really good. How much is, and they're all changing." I said, "You didn't think much of me when I came for the job."
Yeah, it's it'll be a year's of salary at the position I applied to.
But I think you're on the right path, and I want you to be even more explosive.
Yeah, absolutely. So how can I be even more on the right path?
It'll just slowly build, and the big thing is to stick with it. That's the hard part. Yeah. If you somehow get a job, and then you start conforming, and then you're totally normal, and then what? You'll have to go back to Eastern Europe.
That's so hilarious. In this segment, I just want to open, maybe anybody wants to ask a question who's in our live studio audience of 400,000 people. If anybody wants to.
Tell us about the art that's behind you.
Oh, these two?
Yeah.
These are self-portraits. They're done on canvas, and the symbolism is my symbols that I sort of came up with, and they're in a lot of the paintings now. And I also do other types of art, but this was, I'm trying to do these big ones. They're just time consuming and hard, but they're really, you can move them so easily. I like that. And
What do these symbols mean?
different things. Some of them I just emotionally developed, like there's these creatures that are crawling up, like the red and silver one. That's like derived from like plankton in the pond. There's these creatures that, and I just thought they fit. And then there's a coral snake in there. That's my favorite snake. And then there's little demons throughout some of them. And there's moons and developed suns and stars. And so it's a little bit of like negative with positive mixed, and overall.
It seems like the message is almost like you are the universe, right?
Yeah.
And it's saying all of these divine things that we go, oh man, the moon, it decides the tides, and like, Jupiter decides how late I'm going to be for this meeting, these are all things actually tangibly within our soul. And to take everything that's so beautiful and magic, and people think, oh, I could never meet, one of these serpents. I could never meet all of these, iconic things. And you go, oh no, you don't need to meet them because you have them in your body.
Have you
Scott.
ever had a pet serpent?
Sometimes I feel like I am one.
But you've never gone on a snake hunt.
I'm usually the prey. Like, I'm like the jester of the jungle, not anywhere close to the king.
I have a question.
Okay.
Because I knew on Tuesday how excited you were to have Scott on your show. Cat's out of the bag. You were so excited. Can you just, as we're wrapping this up, I would just like you to elaborate a little bit of that enthusiasm, because you were really excited, and I had to come and be here, and I want you to just wrap this up with why it was so important for you to have him on your show.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Yeah. I think Scott represents a lot of these iconic things that I'm trying to do, is show people that they can be unique and divine in their own self-expression and the impressions that they leave on people.
24/7 too.
24/7. There is every moment of your day is a potentially career quantum entangled moment too, right? Like a lot of you're so willing to talk to people about your art and show it and also sell it to them right on the street, and who does that? You're one out of the population.
Right, I curate the walking living gallery, or these prints. This is when I'm with my true love. This was an older cartoon that is part of the Britney series.
Free Britney.
Yeah. And
Free him from Scott. I think she's seen some of these. I don't think she cares for the people in Minneapolis like them, but I think for someone outside of it, they think Me Too and that I am like a stalker.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
could be, maybe.
I think it's so interesting how you go out and meet all of these people and have this beautiful personal connection with them, And this is what you're notorious for, is your willingness to have genuine heart-to-heart conversation with everyone and anyone, whether you're at the
Nightingale.
the Nightingale, or whether you're at the
CC Club.
C Club or the Oscars, or if you're literally hanging
On the
out.
train to St. Paul.
Yeah. Or even, and you take public transportation too.
Yes, I don't drive. I've never used a computer. That's sets you apart for sure.
Yeah. So
I don't know how to use my phone. I'm paid up and it doesn't work. I can't do anything.
And there's such a power in powerlessness in that aspect, because you're able to be present with the world around you, and in that way, people do revolve around you. There's this oscillation, like
Right.
planetary, like Scott Seekins.
The individual is everything to me. I'm not part of any clicker group, so the individual is all. And maybe it'll be that way for you, and maybe you'll continue and not sell out.
I have to say something first. You just have to, sorry. But this is what I see too. You are both people, yes, on this planet, but what I love, and having known you and actually having the expectation that you wouldn't have remembered me because of where you've been iconic and being in front of him, what I think is important just to keep in mind is you both represent a concept to so many people, and how each person perceives and connects with that becomes kind of a totemic part of them. So even if they don't know you at a personal level, having come in contact with an existence like each of yours, it becomes a staple, and it becomes a part of the spirit of the city. And I don't know what the city would literally be without people like you, and I can't think of many others.
It would be very, what should I say? I don't want to say Scandinavian, but it would be very, like the suburb of Sweden. How about that?
Amen.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to say, what do you think is the future of art and the art world?
I have no idea. I know it's been through two happy times in the Minneapolis-St. Paul, and this is not one of them, but there were two, but I call the happy time. That would be the early 80s and the late 90s. That were the two most productive.
Yeah.
So Misha, I saw a T-shirt at the rag stock that used to be on Lindale and Lake 30 years ago, and Scott's face was on the T-shirt. And I had absolutely no idea who in the world I was looking at, and to this day, only in retrospect, I wish I had picked up that T-shirt, because I'd still be wearing it. And anyway, it's only been in the last 5 years or so that Scott and I, and Rochelle and Scott and I, have sort of established a friendship. We own 3 of his pieces, and they're hanging on our walls in our home, along with a lot of other people. And Scott's studio is
Loring Park.
maybe 3 or 4 blocks from our home.
Yeah, if you wanna plug, what people should know in case they.
Well, I have
The
this.
only reason I mention that is that the pieces that we've got of yours are approximately 800 of your fucking business cards. And they're hidden around our house that we stumble across every few months. And
I want one.
I don't have any left. I don't even print. I just have people take pictures of these. But there's one right here you can take a picture of. No, I mean, this is the walking living gallery. This was one of my things I invented, where I put prints of art inside a folder like this and carry it around and sell right on the street.
Yep.
just like a,
I've
you know.
I've
Yeah,
drank
and
PBR
Destiny
doing
does
that.
the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this has been, you bought one, right?
No, I didn't, but we had a conversation. I just sometimes sell my art for beer at
Mm.
bars. Seems like a good trade at the time. I love
Yeah.
carrying stuff with me because in that living moment, I've sold things for $10. I mean, you just work with the person in the context of what it means to them in
trade.
that moment, even if you it's with you, it's the journey.
It's
and
really great to meet people in person
Yeah.
instead of
Have that-
online or
Yep,
something.
I won't do it. I don't even know
And,
how to.
They just sit at the bar or any place on the street, and they come up and they're intrigued by the book first. They say, "Are you a Hiroki?" And, and then, you know, they look through and they
science
say, "How
notes?"
much are these?" And they want one, and you have them ready to go with the plastic sleeves, so they fold right out.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I mean,
People aren't like,
it's been fun, and I've made many new contacts, and then those people can later look at other things.
So I keep money in my bank too. Same like.
I keep all my money in a 3-ring binder. Hey, so it's so refreshing to be around people who know that people are important and really take time to invest in other people and let people invest in their lives. And I think we could really learn a thing or two from that. Is being a little bit more personal. And you know, a lot of people focus on cars. A lot of people focus on, you know, buildings, on, you know, bling. But when you focus on people, people will take you wherever your wildest dreams are. And you know, that's so quintessential to your art. And
The art should be fun. Your life should be fun. It should be, being like this should be fun. And if they reject it, well, just someone will accept it.
Reject fun. Yeah. Well, once again, I'm impressed. You know, it's hard to wear a white shirt without spaghetti pasta sauce falling on it from outer space.
In the summer, the wine, when you spill the wine, the coffee, it goes sideways into your white shirt. In the winter, it falls straight down.
I was telling him actually at one point, I was like, how does he keep this stuff? The
You
second
don't.
I wear white,
It's all ruined by the end of the summer.
yeah, sauce comes from it just lands stained.
Yeah, you
I
can't
never
keep it
noticed
clean.
it. A few times I would stare at you and I would just marvel at how not stained anything was.
Well, it takes a real effort, and even when you do that, people will say, they'll come up and they go, "Oh, you're looking a little tattered, you're looking a little soiled," and they have a plaid
All
collar.
right, guys, you guys need to get out of here, right? You guys are bothering me now, right? It's
All right.
okay. Especially you.
This
I love
is a scene.
Right? You guys are bothering me now, right? It's
All right.
okay. Especially you.
I love
This is a scene.
Right? You guys are bothering me now, right? It's
All right.
okay. Especially